Welcome to this series of Wegon Explore, where we are tackling one of the world's most remote and challenging four-wheel drive tracks, the Canning Stock Route. Kick off this journey with fellow explorers as we set out to complete the challenging route stretching over 1,900 k's, the longest historic stock route in the world. We don't know what we're in for yet, but we're gonna explore. Good morning, day 2 of the Canning Stock Route itself. We've just departed from well 3 and we're just trying to find our way right now. According to the map, this track's taken us a little bit off what the HEMA map says. There was a sign that said Halls Creek this way, and there's really only one way to get to Halls Creek along here, and that's along the Canning Stock Route, but I think I'm going to trust the GPS more than a little sign, I think. We don't know yet. But we're just comparing all the different GPSs to see what might be the best one. So, let's see how we go. There's an incredible amount of beautiful coloured...
beautiful white flowers around here.
Beautiful coloured white flowers.
Yeah, it's a beautiful crop of wildflowers, isn't it? Magnificent.
Beautiful coloured...
It's such a contrast when you come out and the wildflowers are out, isn't it? To the barren darkness of the ground, and then all of a sudden you've got all this patch of beautiful colour.
Positive and
These
negatives.
budgies are still going wild, even when I come through.
Of radios.
There must be good feed there.
So, beautiful amount. Oh, now I'm thrown off. There's a crazy amount of beautiful green and yellow budgies that just fly around everywhere. There's hundreds of them, and they fly between the cars, fly in front of them. Yeah, it's really nice. I'll try to get a bit of footage of it for you. A few wild turkeys walking around, strutting their stuff in the bush.
Very many of them. Look behind the bushes. There's like 7.
You count 9.
You count 9 of them.
They look so proud.
Yeah, how interesting. Try zoom. I don't know if it's going to be any good. I don't think that's any good.
Remind me of greyhounds.
It's hard enough finding 1 or 2 in the bush, let alone seeing a big mob like that.
We found a cow, a wild cow.
Look at it go! So agile and
Pretty random around here. So this is probably the most active cow I've ever come across. It's joined the convoy. Convoy? Lost. Convoy. And seems like he just wants to join us.
He wants to go for a barbecue.
No.
Still going.
Picking up for a thick mistake.
Still running, just running and running. wild cow.
Off you go.
Into a distance, happily ever after. So we've arrived at the next well, which is well 3A. I hope you can hear me okay with the wind. 3A, but you might be wondering why it's 3A and we've already been at 3. So my dad has got a bit more history behind this.
So I had a quick read about it. So all the 3s and the 4s and the 5s, that's the Canning's original wells. Then after a while, the sort of wells become in disrepair, and a guy called Snell, he was given the contract to go and fix the wells. But rather than going fixing the wells, he put them in between all the wells, and therefore it's 3A, 4A with all the A numbers. Canning was then asked, they didn't work well after that, they got him out of retirement to come and fix the wells, and he told everybody how bad a job Snell had done, and he went and, because Snell actually closed some of Canning's old wells, and he went and opened them up again and got the wells all sorted again.
And so he didn't really
closed down all the A's again.
So A got disregarded as part of the Canning stock route, and it's more just Snell's little addition. Well, there you go. There's the reason behind the A's. So they're not really part of Canning's wells. Bit of interesting facts there. There are so many flies here as well, just insane. You know, my suspicion is Canning probably came back here and just dumped a whole lot of flies just out here around Snell's wells to make people not want to be here. That's my theory. Because they're really annoying and we want to get out of here. We're here at Lake Nabaroo. Well, really it's just a section of the lake. When it fills up, it all floods, becomes a big floodplain. But this is just like a remnant bit that's more consistent. And another funny thing, the two cruisers that look about the same are looking about the same. Got a bit of a bent number plate there. And a bit of a bent number plate there. So they remain looking the same. Running on some of the corrugations, I feel like it's still a little bit rough. The canopy actually coming loose last night was a bit of a concern. So I'm actually going to deflate them a bit. The back guy's running about 26, I checked again, 26 PSI. I'm going to take that down to 24, not a big difference, but I'll just do it incrementally. And on the front, I had about 22 in there when I check now, and I'll bring that down to about 18, and then we'll see how we go. So, because the front, there's not that much weight on the front, we'll bring it down a little bit more, and then hopefully no loose canopies with a bit of Loctite in the bolts and everything. Should be alright.
No.
That is about 24. Sweet. That'll do for now. Here we are at well 4A, which was built by Snell, not Canning. There someone's made it out of rocks. It's got a bit of a trough as well. Built in 1929 and it used to supply 5,000 gallons a day. There you have it. Another one of Snell's wells. We're inside Kennedy Creek here. Trying to find a bit of gold, I reckon. If you're lucky. Don't know if we'll be that lucky. But there's not much water in Kennedy Creek except for a little bit of not so fresh looking water just down there. Yeah, I don't know about that. Doesn't matter how many tablets you put in there, I won't be drinking it, that's for sure. What's your favourite part about today?
All of it. It's all so good.
She loves it.
I love it.
You reckon there's a lot of flies on my back, Shane?
There's so many flies on your back.
Oh, it's most probably the oldest tree as well.
You have to let them settle, stop moving.
Keep them active, fit flies. Moving on. Here's a bit of a recap for today, as we have now arrived at Winditch Springs. So that was about 7 kilometers past well 4A where we just were. So today, amazingly, I don't know how it's possible, but we got 12.4 liters per 100 kilometers, which seems wrong. We only did 72 kilometers, but very low average speed. But I'm going to check with all the others how they went with their fuel consumption, because it seems like they got a lot higher. So I'm almost doubting mine, but yeah, I'll check in with them, because that seems so good for a 79. Alright, all good.
So we've just pulled up at our camp spot for the night. The boys are going to be off finding us some wood for the fire, and I'm going to try and set up the rooftop tent.
So the air compressor stopped working. We've got a bit of a rub through here on this positive wire. Just there. Rubbed on the exhaust. It's just a bush fix, but we've taped it up and we'll run it from above this time. Back there, those terminals there, just so it stays away from the exhaust. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Wegon Explore. Next week, we'll delve into more Windage Springs, we'll see some more wells, and we'll finish off at Pierce Spring where we have a nice luxury bush shower. See you next time.